I've walked in at multiple fashion weeks, Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week multiple times, and I've done a few shoots for designers, and I've been in a magazine. Just like the usual dream that I would have wanted as my 14, 15-year-old self. So, how can you get to agency? Well, come closer. Closer. I tell you. Hey, welcome to or back to my channel. I am Juliana. So today I'm going to talk about how I got started in modeling and how if you want to, you can get into it as well. So basically growing up, I was always tall and lanky, as people in the modeling industry usually are. Growing up, people were like, oh, when you get older, you should definitely look into modeling. Oh, you should look into modeling. So when I was 14 or 15, my mom took me to a local agency and, well, I applied first and they wanted to check me out in person. So it's pretty much like an interview kind of set thing. And I went there and I got rejected. That's okay because that's totally part of the process. And as you'll see, it works out, yo. So yeah, I was really crushed. And I was like, that's it, I'm never gonna try modeling again. That was it for me. So, flash forward to college, I go to school in Philadelphia for acting. So I was looking into talent agencies and I wanted representation for acting. And a lot of talent agencies also double as they have a children kind of section and then they have a modeling section. So one of these agencies that I applied to also was looking at me for being a model, so I could act and then also do modeling, which I was psyched for. So I submitted some photos of myself, and if I can find them, I'll put them here. They're actually, I talked to my agent about it, and she was like, oh, they were really bad. But they were kind of for not knowing how to take quote-unquote digitals, because that was how they wanted photos to be submitted, that kind of style. And if you don't know what a digital is, basically it's very minimal makeup, pretty much black tight clothing, and you have full-length shots, side profile, different expressions. And I actually took these in my dorm staircase, and I guess they saw something in it because then they called me in, and I was really nervous because, well, yet again, I already had been rejected once and it was pretty hard for me. So I kind of went in and told myself, you know what, if they aren't interested, then that's totally fine. I can find it's a city, I can find another agency, or I can wait till I move out and find another agency. It's not do or die. And I went in with the mentality that I was going to share something with them. I was going to share my personality, my acting skills, and just the way I looked, I guess. Yeah, so I went in with that, and that took a lot of pressure off of me to be perfect. So I went in and I met with my current agent and two of her assistants, and we literally hit it off right off the bat. Once you know, you kind of know. Oh, my voice cracked. Once you know, you know. So you just kind of click, and yeah, they took my measurements. Why can't I think of the word? Measured me for my height, and yeah, and we just kept talking to them. Well, I kept talking to them, and really I felt like I could be friends with them, and they felt the same. So they ended up wanting to sign me, which was amazing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they like me. Yeah, so that was really cool. And so how can you get to an agency? Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Basically, that's the first step. Treat yourself with dignity, because when you have respect for yourself, other people are gonna have respect for you. have a pizza when you want, have ice cream when you want, but also know that your body is a temple and eat food that's gonna make you feel great. And that also, I just feel like that impacts your outlook. I almost said lookout. Outlook, yeah, because I always just find that I'm in a happier mood when I feel good, when my gut feels good, but also sometimes ice cream makes me feel good. So that's number one. Number two, build up a portfolio. So I was coming from literally practically no experience. So when I submitted my portfolio, it was the digitals that I took in the staircase, and it was a few photos from like a library photo shoot that happened when I was a teenager. But had I done it all over again, I signed with this agency when I was 18. So had I been either A, more experienced in the profession, or B, older, I would have gotten a lot more photos to widen my portfolio. So basically what your portfolio is just a bunch of photos that of yourself in different looks, different styles, and basically so the client or agent can see what you look like. Sorry, I have guinea pigs and they're running around. So basically it's just so that they can see what you look like in different expressions, different outfits, different moods. You know, can you be sexy? Can you be commercial? Can, like, you know, that whole spectrum. Yeah, so I would definitely have collected a lot more photos. I would have, you can either do like trade shoots. So a trade shoot is basically when you and a photographer agree that you are, as the model, are going to provide a free service, and then the photographer is also going to provide a free service of providing you photos. Or you can pay for photo shoots, such as like a traditional headshot, if you want that really good, or you have a really, like, you have a photographer that you really love their style. So definitely collecting a lot of variety in photos, full-length photos, commercial style, smiling, sexy, like, you get the gist. Okay? Second, don't take no for an answer. Someone is gonna tell you no, most likely. And it's that way for Tyra Banks was rejected from like so many agencies before one said yes. So if they tell you no and they say that you're too short, too tall, too whatever, they already have someone that looks like you, don't take it to heart. Don't let it discourage you. Like, I almost let a experience from when I was 14 years old make me like not want anything to do with the modeling industry again. So keep pushing, and eventually someone is going to say yes. So that brings me to part 3, 4, whatever. Next step basically is to find unique attributes that make you you. So for me, it was like, I upcycle clothes. I like to do that and then sell them online. So that was something I really love to talk about. I'm also really big into like vegan food. So that's also something I really love to like talk about, and something I get really passionate about. And it's something that set me apart from other models and other girls trying to get into the industry. So basically, you just want to be remembered. You just want to be remembered. You want to be memorable so that you're still in their head when you leave. And they're like, oh yeah, I remember her, when they see your headshot pop up on their desk. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So that is all I have for right now. Yeah. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope that really, really helped. And please don't take no for an answer, because I almost made that horrible mistake. So yeah. I'm too awkward for this.